Hello everybody, welcome to the show. We are just getting started today. We're actually starting a little bit early today. I usually start the stream at about 5 minutes or so. So, we're definitely starting a little bit early. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream today. This is going to be an Onision-based stream. We're going to be going over what's been really happening over the weekend. And we're going to be watching a couple of videos. Am I out of sync for anybody? Am I out of sync for anybody? Is there no music today? I played some music, didn't I? Can you hear? Can you hear some music? Am I out of sync? Am I out of sync? No! 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 What's going on? Somebody help me! Yikes. Okay, so we've got like 100 people here. I don't want it to be out of sync. I could hear music. Okay, so I don't know. People are having issues. It's minimal. It's minimal. Okay, so what's the issue then? Does my mouth move and then the words come out afterwards, or do you hear something then you hear my mouth? Am I too fast or too slow? Because I can adjust that a little bit, perhaps. There is a way that I can adjust that. Slightly, I think. There's a sync offset that I can do to my microphone. The words come after. Okay. Alright, what about now? What about now? I've added a bit of a sync offset to my voice. Is that okay? Is it perfect now? Yeah? Is it actually okay, or are you just telling me that, guys? Alright, well, I'll take your word for it, guys. So yeah, what I did is I added a sync offset. It's something you can do in Streamlabs, which is what I'm using currently. So before we get into topics today, and obviously I know you guys really want to get to what I have planned in regards to Onision. I'm sure you guys have been keeping up, or maybe you haven't been, but I think a lot of you guys have probably been keeping up what's been going on with Onision. He's been posting a lot of very interesting tweets. We're going to go through some of these tweets. We're going to actually look and watch one of his videos, or at least a couple of parts of the video. And we're going to talk about it, which is very, very exciting. It's lovely to have you guys here today. I want to tell you before we really jump into things that I now have the requirements for partnership. I have applied for partnership on YouTube. I'm unsure what's going to happen, if I'm going to be accepted or not. I want you to know that my highest ranking video, my highest rated video, the one that you guys, I think a lot of you guys have probably met me from, my podcast video that I uploaded and did a little commentary on, almost has 10,000 views, which is crazy for me. And I've gained a lot of subscribers from it and a lot of watch hours from it. It seems a lot of you guys actually watched the whole thing, which is pretty cool. And I'm excited. I'm excited because obviously it means I can monetize my stuff. It also means that I can have super chat. It would encourage me to make actual videos on here. Because I feel like it makes more sense right now for me to do live streams. And I mean, you guys turn up to live streams, so I mean, there's nothing really against it. But yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new here, if this is your first time joining. It is lovely to have all of you guys here. Thank you very much. Be aware, you can also join my Discord as well. I'm looking for people who want to help me with some new topics, some things that I can talk about. You guys have been giving me ideas of various influencers and people of interest, but I don't really know much about them, so I'm hoping that you guys can fill me in, give me the 411. Do a low-key bond collection. So yeah, over the weekend I wasn't really live that much. I did a couple of streams on Saturday, but I ended up disappearing them. I ended up unlisting them, making them private, as I felt like they weren't really good. And the second one got a little bit inappropriate. Like, we were talking about some fucking inappropriate shit, which those of you who are there will be aware of this. It was very, very good though. It was very good, but definitely not what I want to have like publicly on my YouTube channel. At least right now. My bad. Don't worry about it, Nick. It's all good. It's no problem. Just keep doing it. Love your commentary. Yeah, and I see there's been some criticism. I actually saw I did get some criticism to a couple of my streams recently. Especially my comments about like how some anti-Onision like stands are radicals. I've actually been getting some shit from some people who I kind of assume to be radicals. But anyway, I don't really want to talk about that today. Maybe I'll do another stream and talk about stuff like that. I did apologize and stop. You did, Nick. Don't worry about it, right? It's all good. You don't have to cry. It's fine. We forgive you. Skeet, what's going on? Alright, so guys, let's really jump into things. Yes, I do have Twitter. It is I am LowkeyLoki. I should really change it, but I don't know what to change it to. And I can't get LowkeyLoki on Twitter. It's really fucking stupid. But anyway, let's jump straight into Onision's Twitter. I want to look through some of the tweets that he's been posting recently so we can get more of an understanding of what's actually going on. I know there are people who are watching this back on replay, and I'm pretty sure they are here for the fucking tea. They want to know exactly what's going on, and they want to be able to really get involved in the conversation. So let's show my screen. Bada boom. So this is Onision's public Twitter right now. And this goes back from yesterday, November the 10th, as we start really looking into what's really been getting said. So, I don't know if you guys are really aware of this, but Chris Hansen and Onision, you're all aware of this, have obviously been going back and forth. You know, Chris Hansen's done a number of streams in regards to Onision, bringing on various victims who have been associated at one time or another with Onision, and Onision has decided to start posting inappropriate tweets about Chris. The first one being this one. It's time for me to finally come forward. I, Onision, had sexual relations with Chris Hansen. He and I are madly in love. I call him my little boo bear. So, and it's his birthday. Guys, be aware, I'm not one of the people who's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to talk about him because it's his birthday. I don't give a fuck. But, I don't know. His follow-up is, Chris Hansen is painfully sexy. I'm so glad he got me pregnant. A couple of laughs. There's a vote. When Onision has Chris Hansen's baby, will it be the most incredible baby? And I've seen people put exactly what Kaylee's putting in my chat right now, everybody, which is, would this be considered sexual harassment? Yeah, I don't know if I could really go one way or the other with it. The thing is, if Onision was saying this about a woman, everybody would say that this is sexual harassment. I would say so. I would say so. I don't think in today's society it has the same sort of stigma to say statements like this to another man who I'm pretty sure Chris Hansen's straight. It doesn't have the same stigma, and also the opposite doesn't have the same stigma. If a woman was to say that to a man, most people would be like, they would say to the man, "Don't be a pussy. That girl's hitting on you. That chick's hitting on you. There's no problem with that." Like, there's always it is kind of a strange way that the society works in that regard. But no, in all intents and purposes, yeah, it would be considered harassment. So yeah, it's definitely a subject that I feel like any of you guys in the topics, any of you guys who are watching this later on, you should definitely state your opinion in the comment section on how you feel about this. And by the way, if any of you guys are like commenting on my videos, don't be afraid to post multiple comments about different parts of the stream to kind of represent your opinions. I really don't mind that, as long as it's not like spam or anything like that. It's not really a problem, is it? And I do tend to read pretty much every comment, or most of the comments. Obviously, I can't get through all of them, depending on the video. But, obviously, you guys have got some really great opinions. And I do like to learn from other people. So, he's being investigated by him for serious allegations, and he's just poking the bear. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, can I just say this right now? Do you think that Onision is doing this intentionally to try and derail Chris? Because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Onision is trying to do this to derail Chris, so when Chris does his live streams, he will talk about these tweets, and it will waste time. Do you guys agree with that or not? Do you guys think that maybe he's just doing it to, like, troll with him, that there's no, like, intent further than that? And I'm not stating that because I'm like, oh, I'm going to go with what you guys say. No, that's genuinely my opinion. Now, I'm taking that to the bank. But like I don't know, it just seems that way to me. Because I know a lot of people say that Onision is stupid, and they make this really big thing about how he's an idiot. And yes, he does a lot of things that are very idiotic. But honestly, the guy's fucking conniving. The guy's conniving, and he's constantly. I feel like he sees shit like this as a fucking chess game, and he's constantly trying to outmaneuver people. But the thing is, there are so many pieces at work, and it's very difficult for him to outmaneuver. And yeah, I don't know. It's like he's playing like 50 games of chess at once against 50 different opponents. Myself being one of those. But anyway. I think he's trying to get Chris Hansen to back off by making him uncomfortable. Right. Perhaps. He's got some other tweets that aren't really related or relevant. Alright, if you ever masturbate to anyone, please first try Chris Hansen. Oh my god, that man rocks my world. I was shaking and nutting for hours. Like, honestly, these are kind of comments that you don't expect from a middle-aged man. I mean, I don't even really expect that from a guy in his 20s. So it's like, it's just fucking weird, man. Like, why? And it does really represent, like, the idea that, you know, a lot of people say that, obviously, well, actually, it's not even about what they say. Onision interacts with a lot of young people, doesn't he? Right? He has a lot of people in his audience are in their teens, their early 20s. That he has maybe not right now. I mean, I know in his Patreon, most of the people seem to be older. But in the past, he's had a huge audience of young people. And I genuinely think the guy thinks of himself as a young person. Even though he's 34, he sees himself as 18 years old with 16 years of experience. I saw somebody tweet about that recently, post a meme about that. But, like, that really seems to be, like... That really seems to be what Onision is, yeah, he's 34, isn't he? Like, that's the way I think he looks at himself. I think he looks at himself as an 18-year-old with 16 years of experience. And, I don't know, it's interesting. I'll read some of these comments, because you guys have been posting so many comments right now. And let's see what you guys have to say, really, about it. He thinks he can outsmart anyone. Are we due for another Chris Hansen stream? Is it weekly? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the next one is going to be with Regina. I might be false, but I think that was what was stated. Yeah, I don't know, like something like that. He may be trying to prove he's innocent by making fun of the situation, because if he's guilty, he wouldn't joke. I feel like you can say that in both instances, though. Like, oh, you know, I'm being very serious, which means I'm taking it very seriously. Like, I don't know, there's so many situations that you can, like, manipulate or, like, explain to make you sound innocent. Like, there's no real right way of handling, like, a situation when you're being accused of stuff. I think the best thing to do is, I don't even know, actually, I can't really tell you. I guess it's really just fucking each of your perspectives on that. Twitter needs to ban him, right? Alright, let's have a look a little bit more. He's trying to appear the least offensive as possible. Right, okay, yeah, right. It seems to be a going thing. Honestly, I'm crying of happiness that Onision is going to get what he deserves. I mean, time will tell if that's actually going to be the case or not, Maniacs. But I guess we'll see, right? I guess that's the whole idea. That's why we're all kind of keeping up and keeping and continuously congesting stuff that's related to Onision, is because we want to know how this is going to go, right? What's up, Irish? Nice to see you here. Wednesday's Regina. I'm sure by next week he will interview Sky. See, honestly, like, I think obviously a lot of you guys want Sky to go on, but honestly, I think, like, Sky should just, like, stay away from it. You know, being married to such a man in the first place must have been quite difficult. It's up to her, isn't it? It's up to her, but you got to remember that these are legitimate victims, right? People who've gone through arduous and difficult times. You know, should they really have to, you know, go through that? I don't know. It's up to them. It's whether they feel up to it or not, I suppose. Regina uses they, them pronouns. Thank you. I'm just going to refer to them as Regina as much as I can. That's what I do. You know, when people use different pronouns, it's better just to, like, refer to them from their name and not use he, she, they, them, or anything in that regard. Just try and, like, refer to them specifically as their name. Because then there's no chance of mistaking it, you know. Anyways, and we can't always know, can we? Like, I didn't know that about Regina, so, and I don't think many of you probably knew either. I hope Chris Hansen interviews as many victims as possible and give them a platform to speak. Regina confirmed that they are going on next. Okay, cool. Very cool. I'd like Billy to go on. He treated Billy so badly. Okay, cool. You look like Richard Huckle. Who the fuck's that? Question, do you think it's okay to hate on a fan of Onision who is an adult? I saw a comment by a fan of his who said they were an adult and I treated them with respect and others were sending him hate. See, I don't know. Like, I guess it really depends on their stance, right? Like, if they are legitimately saying that everything that they've done is okay and Onision is completely innocent, like, that can really piss off a lot of people, and it makes sense why you would argue with them. But I feel like there's a lot of people who are now, they've now kind of opened their eyes to what Onision really is, and a lot of these people probably wouldn't have appreciated if they were getting hate when they were going through that period of ignorance. You know, I think you just got to let people figure shit out on their own, guys. You know, and you know, that's as simple as that. I don't know. I just said happy birthday or I love your content or something. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't really care about that. It's always, like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how bad a person is. They're always gonna have people who like them, right? You know, I don't know. Like, it's, I would only, like, you know, have an argument or a problem with somebody who was like really defending those kind of allegations, or just saying something. If they're defending it in like a more reasonable way, I can understand. But if they're just like, oh yeah, all of the victims are liars, blah 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 blah, like being really irrational, then yeah, fuck them. You know, just fuck that person. You know, fucking screw you, dude, or whoever the fuck you are. Plus, you could always separate content from creator, but then, yeah, right, exactly. Alex, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. So anyway, let's continue. Please don't use Ricky Gervais gifs and Onision. That makes me very sad. I like Ricky Gervais. He is a huge anti-animal cruelty activist, which is amazing. So yeah, he puts a tweet saying, yes, there is a huge age gap between me and Chris Hansen, but that just makes it hotter. I love my big, strong daddy so much. Please stop tweeting Chris Hansen, okay boomer, unless you are referring to the explosive orgasms he gives me, in which case, baby, yes. Like, is Onision genuinely having a breakdown? I really don't know what the fuck is going on. It is ridiculous. Alright, and he ended up posting this video, which we're gonna have a look at a little bit. And I'm sure he's gonna probably like flag my video for like playing his video and providing commentary, but I mean, it's not like I'm making any money off these streams anyway from monetization, so who cares? You know. Did some live streams. Great. Yeah, he got somebody to Photoshop his face with Chris Hansen. I don't really understand why. It's strange. It's strange. Like, this is the kind of shit that you would expect from like an 18-year-old or somebody even younger than that. So to know that this guy is literally, he's 34 years old, he's got kids, he's married, right? He's supposed to be like what we would consider like a responsible adult, yeah? And whilst you would expect this kind of stuff to happen in maybe like in like his early 20s, and actually, though, to be fair, in his early 20s, back when he really first started his streaming and started streaming, you know, alongside, like, you know, Shane Dawson, they were getting up to all kinds of crazy content, doing things that, by today's standards, would be inappropriate and you know, kind of irrational. Like, dude, you're 34 now. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Real bright of him sexually harassing Chris Hansen while mocking his victims. Yeah. I'm not gonna answer that, Mr. Goaty Goat. What's his daddy issues? For the love of all things sacred, can all men just stop it with the daddy shit? I honestly, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, there are girls who are definitely like into that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I feel like for most men who really involve themselves in it, it's all about power and control. It's kind of weird. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't really want to get into that. I'm not going to get into that today. Maybe another stream I'll talk about that. But anyway, let's watch the video. I want you guys to actually see what is really being stated in regards to all of this. Thank you everybody who's tuned in so far. You guys are great. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it. We are doing so well. Honestly, only a couple of days ago we were at 1,000 subscribers. We're closing in on 1.5k now, which is just honestly surreal. I'm so thrilled. I would love to get to 1.5k by the end of this week. That'd be a really big goal. Anyway, I'm so glad this young guy's kids are still young and aren't seeing all of this right now. I mean, is that true though, Shauna? I think from what we've been kind of gathering, especially from the interview with Sarah, the kids are aware. Like, the kids are aware of what's going on. If what Sarah stated on that interview is true, right? And one of the children is 6, right? Yeah, that's I would like I started being aware of things at that age. I started, but yeah, even at the age of like 3 or 4. And I actually remember things from back then. Not a lot of things, but I remember some things from back then. And usually it's things that really stick out, right? So I don't know. It's yeah, Pop Roxy. I do. I know both those people, and yeah, I don't know them. I've heard of them. And yeah, I probably would agree with that, actually. It seems definitely like that's the case. A lot of people watching makes me happy. Oh, lower keys. Honestly, thank you. Um, anyway, judging by how often Kai is crying, those kids are seeing way more than they ought to. That's if that's even the case. Like, a lot of people have been insinuating that, and Ision just says that to, like, make people feel sorry for Kai. Is Kai actually crying that much? Who knows, guys? Who knows? We don't know. Alright, so I'm going to read. This is what somebody's put in my chat. Trinity put this in the chat. She said that at one time she came in and they were having sex with a little boy on an iPad at the foot of the bed. Honestly, there are some really big and very scary, very frightening allegations against Onision. And I think this is why I would really like to see him go on Chris Hansen's show. I don't know if anything would actually come of it. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm new here, Cruz. It's really nice to have you here. There's a lot of new people who are here, so welcome. It's lovely to have you here. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So anyway, guys, are you ready to actually check out this video? Because I would love to show you guys it. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I will tell you guys, I was cringing very, very quickly in this video. So I'm sure all of you here will start cringing with me. So let's bring it up. Alright, be aware, guys, I will be pausing it throughout to provide commentary. Obviously, I want to make this kind of fair use as possible in regards to me kind of reusing this video. So, we've got over 200 viewers. Somebody screenshot that shit, alright? I'm putting it up on my Twitter after this. That's amazing. Alright, let's go. No! Okay, so you guys can't hear it. My apologies. Don't worry, there wasn't really much at that point anyway. It was just Chris Hansen introducing himself, and now Onision has come up on the screen. So, don't worry, we're going from here. Just first thing I want to say before you guys really start listening to this. What is going on with Onision's hair? Like, I always say this, right? And, I mean... I don't know. I mean, what's going on with what product has he put on his hair? Because it always looks like really, really greasy. It always looks. Is that why people say that he's from the Grease Mansion? Like, I don't believe that I think he must be putting like some sort of product in it, like mousse or something. I don't know. And the lighting is really, really strange. Don't watch it. He's trolled you. I know. I'm not going to watch all of it. One thing I will say, Cass, is, yeah, he could be trolling me right now. He could be trolling all of you. But, you know, why not? There's nothing. Being a commentator, this is my fucking. This is what I do. This is my. This is everything. So, let's see.
For being here tonight, I appreciate it. You know the controversy, and I don't have to say much more about it. What's your side of the story?
So what happened was you met me in a hotel in San Francisco, and oh my God, you me so hard.
Well, it's about 5 seconds, and that is fucking. Oh my fucking God. This is uncomfortable. This is real. This actually happened. And obviously I'm not going to play the whole thing because there is literally no reason for me to do so. But no, okay. This is fake, but this is actually a video on his channel. The idea is that Onision has used a previous live stream that Chris Hansen has done with somebody else, with one of the other people who went on the show. And he is mirroring himself. It's a mockery. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's all. It is crazy. It is crazy. We're going to watch a little bit more.
And, like, the fact that you reached around and you off while you were making me through my spot was incredible. And...
all right. So, I really don't know what to say about it. I genuinely don't. Actually, I am usually very, very good at talking about things like this and offering an opinion, but I'm fucking gobsmacked, guys. Like, I am Yeah, and that's one thing I do want to say straight away, Alexa. That's a good point, actually. Why is he so obsessed with sex? Why is he so obsessed with sex? Why does that seem to be... It's just constant with him. Yeah, I know Shiloh did say that. I know Shiloh did say that. And it seems Shiloh is 100% fucking right. And I never knew that about him. I never knew that he was like that. I never had the interpretation of that. I wasn't really... I mean, especially until more recently, I wasn't really invested that much into... learning about Onision or knowing exactly like what he's doing, what is going on. Yeah, and yeah, I think you guys are posting this in the chat, and I have to agree with you. Is this really like the content that he really wants? I saw recently he put up a video, and I watched the video, and he was talking about, and I think we actually did watch this video on a previous stream. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was talking about how he doesn't want to respond to drama anymore because he feels like it's affecting his family, it's affecting his own mental health, and he feels like it's not the kind of stuff that he wants to put on his channel, right? He did state that, and he stated that very openly. He was trying to act like he was trying to be the bigger person, and he was trying to be the better person. This isn't it, dude. Like, this genuinely isn't it. I don't know. It's... I thought you were saying why. No, definitely. No, I'm not going to troll you. I'm not going to troll today, Luna. Yeah, welcome to the stream, though. He doesn't give a shit about his content. He only cares about the attention he gets from it. But the thing is, and I really want to say this, and I've said this a couple of times before, and I don't think every YouTuber is aware of this. A lot of people say that any publicity is good publicity. It's really fucking not, guys. It's really not. Good publicity is good publicity. Bad publicity, especially when it happens a lot and it happens consistently, can be very, very detrimental. And you can see this firsthand with Onision. Onision's not getting necessarily awful views on his videos, right? But in comparison to what he used to get as a YouTuber, it is very, very minimalistic. It's very, very little. And people are getting more views talking about him. actually talking about him at the moment than he actually gets from talking in general. Bambi, honestly, do not put yourself down, Bambi. Honestly, I think a lot of people, probably at one time or another, used to watch his videos and used to maybe enjoy them or think that maybe some of them were funny. Honestly, really, like a long time ago, back when Onision first started his career, I thought some of his videos were funny. You know, like it was, and that was obviously that was really fucking. That was a long time ago. That was back when I was like a teenager, right? Which is probably why I found that shit funny, because, you know, fucking teenage audience shit, innit? But obviously, don't beat yourself up just because you've you kind of shifted in that regard. It is what it is. So I'm reading some of these comments. I'm hoping this stunt of his leads to main media coverage of the allegations. He's attacking a well-known public and media figure. That should draw them in. Big mistake on his part. Yeah, that's actually a really, really interesting thing. It doesn't really seem like there's actually been any serious coverage. There have been like websites and articles. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the mad dollar. I appreciate it. Yo, guys, check that shit out. PCW exhaust mods. Wow, thank you. $10. That's what I'm talking about, in the bank. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a McDonald's with that, guys. It's raining. Yeah, it's raining fucking coins. I watched him from 11 to 14. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just fucking saying, guys, that's fucking spicy. Anyway, so let's proceed. Chris obviously knows the laws on sexual harassment too. This is stupid of him. Yeah. I don't think Chris will do anything about this. I don't really think this constitutes going to court over. But I don't know, maybe there will be some consequences of this. I'm not really sure. But what I will say, and I think this is something that maybe some of you guys could agree with me on this, there have been many things that Onision has done in the past that people believe should have got him banned. Should have got his account deleted, right? And it hasn't been. His accounts haven't been deleted. He hasn't been shut down. So I'm going to go with the whim that I don't think nothing's going to happen. I don't think anything's going to really change. I don't think that this stunt is going to change anything. And I know that probably is going to make you guys a bit sad that I say that. Maybe some of you guys even disagree with it. And that's fine. I actually, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong, but I just don't see it being that case. Unfortunately. And this one has been protected. I don't know about that, Ruby. Perhaps. YouTube is a part of the pedo ring. Oh, dude, that is some. Honestly, that's a really interesting topic, Tara. It really is. I honestly wouldn't know where to start with that. And I think as a YouTuber, it's quite dangerous to talk about stuff like that. You know. Hopefully you understand. Yeah, fucking conspiracies, guys. You know, jeez. Be aware, guys. I actually am gonna start doing conspiracy videos on my channels, so on this channel. So if you guys are like really into conspiracies, your boy's gonna be doing it soon. Probably more recent conspiracies, things that are like more last 10 years rather than like, I mean, I could do reptilians. I actually know shit about that. Anyway, let's keep, people are here for Onision. Let's continue to talk about Onision. Be aware, I do other streams about other people too. You're very welcome to tune into my live streams. It's lovely to meet a lot of you guys today. I see a lot of new people in the house. All right, let's see. He need some Pandora bracelets and an itchy blanket at the cop shop. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say to that, but all right. I am aware of that, Trinity. There are other people who have been accused, and actually there are people who have a lot more evidence against them. The whole situation surrounding that guy called Blade, honestly, that shit made my mouth drop. I don't know if you guys know what I'm referring to, but that whole story made my mouth drop. And I wish I knew more about it, because if I did at the time, I feel like I would have covered it a little bit better, perhaps. Oh yeah, Only Use Me Blade. That's his name. That whole thing was actually fucking crazy, and I had to tell us more on Blade. I'm not gonna this is an Onision and Chris today, but okay, I'll give you a long story short. He's a Twitch streamer. He's affiliated with Ice Poseidon and like CX, and he did a live stream with a couple of buddies where like in a camper van where there was like a woman there with them, and she got really drunk, and she fell asleep in the back, and the guy was like, he made a joke to his friend about going to the back and having sex with the girl who was like unconscious, which is obviously against the law. It's a huge crime. And it was like, and he actually went on. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. He actually went on Chris Hansen's show. There's actually an episode. You guys can watch it on Chris Hansen's channel. I think it's his old channel, not his new one. And it was kind of interesting. I feel like Chris Hansen was a bit soft with the interview, though. I don't know. That's true, Cesar. Yeah, you're right. Or Caesar. Is it Caesar or Cesar? I don't know. I want to know. YouTube is going to end up getting sued over an Onision. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think YouTube's going to get sued over it. Although saying that, like, Facebook's getting into trouble with shit recently, aren't they? So maybe, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know enough about like international or American law to really know whether any of this can constitute YouTube actually being liable. I honestly would like to know. So if anybody does know anything about that, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'd love to know more. I can't believe people have had their accounts banned for spamming emojis. Yet honestly, I spoke about that on Saturday, Ellen, and it was honestly, it's so surprising. You are aware this is a stupid fake video. Yeah, that's why I'm actually not playing it, and I'm just using it as just like a background right now. For like what I'm talking about currently. I'm actually not really playing it at all. I've not played much of it. I seriously doubt Chris cares at all what Onision has to say about him. Chris is well-versed reporter and interviewer who's been a part of the industry for years. Yeah, and I think that's one thing that makes Chris different from a lot of the other people on here. A lot of drama channels and commentary channels can get very hurt and very upset by what other people say about them. And that's just being a person. But when you've got so much experience doing this and you've been in the public eye for decades, I feel like that kind of shit doesn't really phase you anymore. You get like really thick skin. I don't think Chris gives a fuck about any of this. And quite frankly, Chris is getting so much engagement. He's connecting with different communities, and he is establishing himself as a bastion of hope on YouTube. He is somebody who's going after, and kind of confronting people who are being accused and have allegations against them. Very few people are doing that. At least to the extent that Chris is currently. There are other channels that do it, of course, but not a lot of them have the balls to do it as much as he does in that regard. Oh yeah, I could do that, Dorothy. I don't really know how the exclamation mark stuff works. I don't know how like the commands work. If anybody knows anything about that, feel free to like contact me on Discord. I could really do with some help. Trying to like make my streams better. I'm kind of new, I think he's talking to Regina next. I've heard that's the case, Resident MILF, and I'm excited over the prospect. I like your name. Yes, thank you, Sienna. I love Louis Theroux. Me too. He's actually, in a way, Louis Theroux is like my idol when it comes to interviewing, and I actually do interviewing myself. I'm actually an interviewer as well. I interview like live streamers and YouTubers and shit like that. I haven't done anything like that on this channel yet, but I'm planning to do it soon. I'm planning to start interviewing people on here, which is pretty exciting. Anyway, I love your accent. Thank you. I appreciate that. One thing I've noticed, and I've been watching a lot of other commentary channels, not many Brits, are there? Not many British people do commentary, which is a shame. I feel like, being English, it's like, it just makes sense. But I don't know. Chris is the Louis Theroux of YouTube investigating all the crazies. No, I don't know. I would never compare or say that Chris is like something of something else. Like, Chris is like he's the god of investigative journalism, especially in this field. Like, he is. I've always looked up to Chris Hansen. Always. I would love to go on his show one day and like do like a Repsion vibe where I just like talk about something with him. I would honestly, that would make my fucking year. I shit you not. You get points for the accent, right? I shit you not. Don't forget Penny Page. Yeah, Penny Page. That's true. There's actually a decent British commentary community. They're just not that well known. They're really. Yeah, there is. That's true, honey butter. How do I even? Inabba. Yeah, I am aware of him actually. That's true. There are exceptions. I know. Don't worry, guys. There are some others as well that I do like. There are lots of like comedians who do commentary on YouTube. That's something I really notice. A lot of fucking like funny dudes that do it. But a lot of British comedians are like fucking like dark humor, dry humor, like, you know what I mean, risque shit, which I fucking love, by the way. Colossal is Crazy is one of my fucking favorites, by the way, which kind of tells you more about me as a person. Anyway, yeah, we've got so many great comments here today. It's honestly great to have you all here. Yeah, Colossal is a fucking daddy. Let's be honest. I don't. Did he dip? Roxy? He still does Twitch and shit, doesn't he? He just doesn't like make videos as much. But when he does, his videos are really, really good. And I feel like that's what I want to end up doing. I want to live stream a lot on YouTube, and then I want to make videos periodically that are like really, really well edited, like really, really decent videos, like masterpiece videos. That's what I'm kind of going for. So I need to work on my editing skills, really. That's at least my fucking goal, I suppose. The Right Opinion is a good British commentary channel. There are lots of different options. Honestly, I am really new to YouTube commentary. Like I have, and I don't want to like be cocky or anything, but I was one of the people who dominated YouNow commentary, which is YouNow is like another live streaming app. It used to be really, really popular back in the day. Onision and Kai used to both be on it, and lots of well-known YouTubers actually used to be on it, and some still are actually. But I was always on there. So, and now I'm on here, and I'm just trying to like get used to shit. I hope to watch you, you grow, bro. Thank you, Tara. I hope so. I hope to watch myself grow. You know what I mean? We'll fucking see. Speaking of commentators, he's not British, but you should definitely watch Mr. GG. He needs more subs. What I will say is, if any of you guys are like friends with any other commentators, feel free to like reach out to them if they're ever looking for somebody to like work with, or they want to like collab with somebody. Feel free to like reach out to them and say, yo, do you want to like, there's this guy I know called LowkeyLoki who's looking to do more collaborations with smaller channels. You know, feel free to maybe follow him on Twitter, and maybe he'll follow you back and reach out. Like, I don't know, like, I would love for some people to middleman for me. I'll give you props. I'll give you credit. Don't worry. Anyway, look at some of these fucking sexy comments. We got some less sexy comments too. We got a really interesting one, which I actually do want to touch on. Somebody put in the chat, where is the comment? Fucko put a comment. YouNow is pedo central. Yeah, do you know what? I was one of the people who was exposing and hunting the pedos on there. And I used to always refer to myself as the Chris Hansen of YouNow, which was more of like a self-proclaimed honorary title of mine, but I literally did. I exposed a good couple of dozen people who were hanging out, spending hundreds of dollars on teenage boys and girls, and were trying to basically get into the DMs of kids. That's why, like, kind of talking about stuff like, obviously, Onision and other people like that, I'm very comfortable talking about that kind of stuff because I've dealt with these kind of people before. Those that are innocent and have been accused, and also those who are guilty as well. You know what I mean? So I love your long hair, period, boo. Period. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that, Christiana. Christina even. Fucking hell, this chat's moving so quick. Yeah, I fucking busted, like, quite a few people on there. We got people banned from the app. It was good. The only thing we never really did is I never really got anybody locked up. And it's very difficult to. It's very difficult. Like, you need, like, decent proof on people like that to get people locked up, you know? Like, just like, showing, like, the police or showing the police, oh yeah, this man has been hanging around with this kid, like, watching this kid a lot. It's not enough, unfortunately. All it's enough to do is get them, like, kind of get a mob to chase them away. That's all you can really do. It's out. Oh yeah, somebody did get locked up, but unfortunately they got locked up after committing crimes. There was one person on there who legitimately used a voice modulator and had a cartoon character, everybody. And this person was like a cartoon fox. And they ended up getting arrested for battery against minors and a number of other crimes that included having child pornography on their computers and things like that. And honestly, it made me so fucking angry and upset when I found out. But that's the thing, Luna. You got to think about it. People keep, like, saying, like, oh yeah, like, why don't YouTube take care of Onision? Why don't the police arrest these people? And the thing is, as much as you may believe that this person is guilty, without like genuine proof that they can send and show the police are going to struggle to really make much of it. And yeah, maybe the police are intentionally not doing anything, or these companies aren't doing anything, but this is actually usually the case. They just don't have enough proof. They don't have enough, like, for an actual court case that's gonna, like, stand in court, that's gonna work in court. The Shiloh video is proof enough that no. The thing is, and what I will say is there are so many, there are a number of women who've come forward and expressed how they feel about Onision and what Onision has done to them. I don't know enough about law to know if that would stand in court or not. Hopefully there is somebody here who knows more about law than I do. Or maybe somebody who's watching who knows more about law than I do. I don't know. Unfortunately. Exactly. The police are still going to need to investigate it themselves. And if they don't find anything, or if it comes up kind of dry, then what can they really do? You know. And trust me, guys, I'm not saying that from a perspective of I don't want it to be looked into. I do. I want these things to be investigated. I wish they would be, like, more so. But that's evidently not the case usually, is it? Yeah, I agree with that, Kaylee. Yeah, that's true. The nudes Kai sent to Sarah. Not that I've seen anything of that. I've just heard people talk about that. Yeah, evidence is everything, and yeah, I think out of the two of them, Kai is more likely the one to be getting in trouble. And I know a lot of people. It's weird, isn't it? That, like, a lot of people are a lot more aggressive towards Onision than they are towards Kai. And it's weird, but I also get it. I also understand, because Onision is, I mean, he's fucking trolling. He's constantly just fucking with everybody and provoking everybody, you know? And I think that, I genuinely believe that's one of the main reasons why. I think the other reason is because Kai is, I don't like saying this. I don't like saying this, but it's because Kai is not... I'm not being transphobic. Kai is not a man. Alright? That is why. It's always been the case. Women get less time in prison than men, statistically, for crimes against children. This is legitimately a thing. And also, yeah, that is true. that is true as well. Kai was originally a victim as well, so people do feel sympathy towards Kai in that regard. Like, the thing is, as much as it's true, I don't like fucking saying it, you know? Like, it's one of those things that you don't want to fucking say, but it's like, you can't fucking lie about it, right? And it's very important that I'm being honest with you guys when we're talking about this kind of shit. Just as you guys, I assume, are being honest to me in my chat, right? Yeah, right. He's fucked. Skittles thinks that he's fucked. Yeah, I mean, he's you're not wrong. There's so many good comments here. I can't obviously read them all, but just be aware I'm skimming through them, all of them. It's been normalized for some reason. It's sick. I wouldn't say it's normalized. There is a growing group of people who seem to be really going after Kai, and I think it's difficult to want to go after Kai or to attack Kai, because Kai's being very quiet about everything. Kai's just staying out of it, right? So there's no need to continue things or to be consistently on the attack or like persistent with Kai, because Kai, you can say what you want about Kai, and then Kai just continues to be silent, right? Kai doesn't troll or like try and fuck with people that much from what I've seen. I think the podcast that I had, if you guys have watched that video on my channel, the exclusive podcast, the Patreon podcast, I feel like Kai made a couple of statements in that could be taken as like trolling and like kind of fucking around and shit. But I don't know. Right. Anyway, let's put it back on the main screen. I don't need to like keep this shit up on my screen. I like the volcano, guys. It's a good reference to fucking being called Loki and all that good shit. What's your take on Kai's silence? It's a good question. I think I was speaking about this a little bit earlier, and I think there's no right way of handling allegations, because people are going to believe you to be innocent or guilty no matter what you do. Like, people are always going to have their opinion. Like, you can joke about it to try and show that it's just like, it's not serious, right? But you can also take it really seriously. And no matter what you do, people will say, oh, you know, you're taking things very, very serious. You're getting quite angry over this. It's clear that you are guilty, you know? And people can say, oh, you're talking a lot about this, so you must be guilty. Oh, you're being really silent about this, so it's obvious that you're guilty. No matter what you say, people, or what you do, if you are being accused of something, people can still find a reason to state that you're guilty, or state that you are a bad person. And I mean, I'm not taking away from the fact that Kai has been involved in this and is, you know, like you know what I mean. But like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, anyway, let's read some more. Or maybe she's silent because she's actually raising their kids, you know, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I will say this: I have dealt with. I've obviously, you know, been a hunter of pedos for a while, right? Like elsewhere and like exposing them. And different people have different ways of handling their accusations. Some people get on the offensive and they start trying to like expose the person who exposes them and trying to like make their integrity look bad to kind of like diminish their point. Some people are very, very quiet. Some people try and be super friendly. Some people try to detach themselves from what they're doing to try and look really innocent. People have different ways of handling these situations, and it's pretty evident to me that Kai's way of handling all of the accusations, all of the allegations that are against them is to be silent. Right? Simple as that. I wish you would collaborate with Edwin. I Yeah, I've actually seen Edwin's videos before. They're he's pretty, I wouldn't be against it, But I honestly, I don't like these people. Don't fucking know me. Let's be real. Kai has to answer for what he's done, but I do feel bad for him. He has been under Onision's manipulation for so long, says Trinity in the chat. I don't really know. I don't really just it's really difficult to really state like how I feel about that, because just because you're somebody who's who's had bad things happen to them, it doesn't mean that you should do bad things to others. You know? Like, if we're talking about morality, right? And if this was something that happened like a long time ago in the past, actually no, that's not that. No, that doesn't really make sense. Actually, that makes sense if it wasn't like allegations of predatorial behavior. If it was like bullying or harassments or like being mean to somebody else, for example, then obviously I could be like, well, if you've learnt your lesson, that's fine, right? But this is different, isn't it? This is a different situation completely, and you can't really compare the two. Very humbling and engaging Edwin is. That's cool. I like humble people, because they're more likely to work with me. The people who are really egotistical, they're like, I'm only going to work with people if they've got over 100k subs, I've only worked with a couple of YouTubers. I've worked with Petermon, Petty Page, and Here for the Tea. Those are the people that I've worked with from YouTube. And Reality Recaps, who's like a Big Brother YouTuber. Those are the people who I've worked with. But I haven't really worked with anybody else so far. Oh yeah, and RSN, of course. I can't forget RSN. But yeah, anyway, let's look at some of what people are saying. Was it on you now? Yeah, I interviewed him. I did a full interview. We talked about his life. We talked about all the things that he's gone through, his addiction and his recovery, his time on YouTube. It was a good interview. I will post it. I will post it on here at some point. Petty Page's one was good. She was actually talking about her drama with Peter Mon, and she said some things that were very interesting. But I don't know if I want to like be the spark that reignites that conflict. So I think what I will do is I'll wait and see if Petty Page and Peter Mon start arguing again, and if they do, I might upload it to try, because at least then I'm not like starting something. I'm just kind of like adding to the fire, which is not as bad. Not as bad. Like if the fire's already started and I throw some petrol on it, well, like I'm just gonna run away from that. It's fine. Wasn't me, everybody. Yeah, how many subs are we at right now? I'm really curious. We're actually an hour into the stream. This is pretty fucking amazing, Let's have a look. Holy fucking shit! We're almost at 1,400. Actually, I'm looking. We're at 1.39. Jesus Christ. Pete has a new drama right now. Yeah, I actually, I don't know if I want to talk about that. I don't know if anybody actually gives a fuck about it. But I was considering actually talking about his drama with Jan, I believe her name is. This woman called Jan. But I don't know. I don't know if I was going to talk about that or not. Anyway, let's go back to Onision and Kai for a little bit longer, because this is what this whole thing's supposed to be about. But Jan reviews, right? Yeah. See you later, Labour. Thanks for being here. If Onision were to go to prison, he wouldn't last long. He would be shanked instantly. Oh my god. Some of the shit you guys say.
So proud of you. You deserve all the success, XO.
Cheers. Thank you, Irish. I appreciate it. Thank you for the dollars, man. That's really nice of you. Why are people judging Kai so differently to the other girls? They were all in similar positions, but Kai hasn't managed to get out. People do what they have to survive abusive situations. Tally, you're right, but from what I've gathered and what I've established from listening to various other commentators and looking at Twitter, and from what people have said to me, and I haven't got any reference of proof of this, that Kai has been a predator as well. That's what the consensus is, that Kai has been roping in young women, these young girls, into a relationship with her. And whilst Kai is younger, it's still illegal. Well, is it illegal? I don't know. I don't know law. But it's, you know what I mean? Like, if you're like a co-conspirator, I don't know. And then but then I don't know. Because I think about, like, you know, what Sarah's interview where she said that, like, she saw some really fucked up things while she was there, but she didn't enact upon it. She didn't, like, get out of it. And people are obviously now really protecting Sarah after everything. You know, it's different for Sarah. It really is. But I genuinely think that as soon as Kai leaves Onision, things are going to get easier for Kai. That's if Kai doesn't go to jail, of course. Because I feel like everybody's beef is with Onision, really. Like, or at least most people's beefs are with Onision. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, feel free to state otherwise. But that really seems to be the case, at least. Yeah, that's something I worry about, Kaylee. I mean, yeah, and Nick, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, some people feel like Kai is a victim and that they've been kind of groomed into this. But I did state earlier, and it's important that I state this, just because bad things have happened to you, does that mean that you should be doing bad things to other people? You know? I don't know. It's honestly, this subject is extremely tough, isn't it? It's extremely controversial. It's not easy to talk about because there is so much to this, and people feel very strongly about this. But just as much, you know, we talk about how Onision is very conflicted in how he feels about things. I feel like a lot of viewers are very conflicted because some people feel very conflicted about Kai, about the things that they've heard and seen. It's not easy. It's not easy. Let's put it that way. I have heard about his cult, yeah, and honestly, he looks like a cult leader. I mean, so do I to an extent. But I'm not going to have my own cult yet. Most people who are... Oh, God, these comments are moving fucking real quick today. I'm trying to keep up. Most people who are sexually abused or assaulted as children or teens do not go on to abuse others. Yeah, some do. Some do. You look like a clean cult leader. Oh, thank you. Honestly, like, especially back when I had black hair, so many people said I looked like Charles Manson, and I do not like being compared to Charles Manson, so, don't do it. Don't do it. I feel like now that I've got my brown hair back, I look more like Jesus, so that works. You can be one of my, disciples. Sorry, guys, I couldn't think of the word. I knew it started with a D, and I was like, yeah, you could be one of my disciples, right? Yeah, that's cool. I fuck with that. Anyway. Greg's cult is fucking bonkers. Well, I don't feel like his cult is very big anymore. Like, so many people have left. And I remember when I was listening to Shiloh, and she was talking about all of the hate and all the abuse she got when she left Onision back in the day, and she was getting like more than like over 1,000 comments telling her to off herself, telling her that she should You know, she should stop living and shit like that. It really puts into retrospect how much has changed in regards to Onision's audience. Like, Onision used to have a very powerful, very scary audience that would attack people, like, just like attack dogs. And now that's really changed, hasn't it? Now they're all hiding mostly, and they're the ones on the defense. They're the ones who are being attacked. It's interesting how things change, isn't it, everyone? Yeah, but Sarah, a lot of them are inactive. I saw one of the accounts that one of like the accounts that mock Onision actually like check to see how many fake accounts Onision has on Twitter, and apparently, if what the statistics show were true, it was like 50% of his entire Twitter following were bots. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it wouldn't fucking surprise me. The amount of people who buy bots, guys, like, you would be really surprised, but a lot of YouTubers buy bots because they want to pretend to be more relevant than they are. But I'll tell you guys this, guys. If I've got 100,000 subscribers and only a couple of thousand people are looking at my videos, like I'm only getting like 1,000 or 2,000 views on my video, what does that really say about me? Like, it looks, you know, it's cool that I can flex and be like, oh yeah, I've got 100k. But it just makes me look like a right fucking gimp, doesn't it? Sitting with a, you know, like having such an inactive audience size. You know what I mean? I'm sure there'll be a Twitter purge soon. Yeah, I don't know. They even harassed a person who who he only dated for like a week or 3. I don't know anything about that, but fair enough. That's where his tax money went. I've been trying to keep up with the whole fucking, what's it called, the wetlands, the whole situation around that. Fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. He's having to like plant shit at the moment. Yeah, he's having to plant shit and try to like establish the wetlands again. It's interesting. You just reminded me to clear out my subscriptions. Well, please don't unsubscribe from me. I'm fucking desperate, guys. I'm genuinely so desperate. It is Kirsty. It's fucking it. I know, yeah, guys. One of my viewers in here actually, who's a long-standing supporter of mine, actually had a debate with Onision on another platform. Actually debated him. That's some fucking good shit, guys. That's some good shit. I love how English you are. You from the south? Yeah, I'm pretty southern. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not from the north. You know, there's no way in hell I'd drink from. There's no way in hell I'd piss in my sink. You know, that's what Northerners do. But anyway, I'm from the USA. Cool. Northerners unite. Great. North and proud. Ugh, gross, man. Now, I'll tell you this. This is one thing that's really funny about where I live. I live, like, kind of in the centre of England. I don't really live in the south or the north. And everybody in the north says that I'm a southerner, and everybody who's a southerner says I'm a northerner. I can never really win. I don't really fit in anywhere. I'm like a Tully from Game of Thrones. Like, nobody loves me. Nobody likes me. You know? Like, my house sucks. You know? And we got took over by some fucking old dude who's got a bunch of inbred family members. No, I mean, I'm overdoing it. Yeah, I'm from around Birmingham too. I just don't have a Brummie accent because that would be depressing, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty depressing. Yeah, I'm from the Midlands. Yeah, lots of English people in the stream. I'm not gonna dox myself, right? I'm not gonna dox myself. I've actually accidentally doxed myself a lot in the past, and yeah, you gotta. I'm really not that intelligent when it comes to shit like that. It would. Brummie accent is the worst. It really is. And I do go to Birmingham quite a bit because I honestly, New Street Station is so good. Like the shopping center in there is amazing. It's amazing for like anything. And going to the Bullring as well. It's like one of the best shopping centers in the country, in my opinion. So I can't avoid it. I have to go there at least at some point or another. Anyway. Anyway, guys, we're an hour and 30 minutes into my stream, and I feel like I'm really done talking about Onision and Chris Hansen today. I feel like a lot of my I can still talk about it, but I feel like we're just gonna like derail moving forward. So how would you guys like me to end this stream and start a more conventional stream where we can just talk? We can just talk and talk about random shit. Yeah? That sound good? Yeah, we'll do that for like another hour or something. We talk about whatever you guys want. We talk about where we're from. We can talk about what TV shows we like. We can, if you're tired, you can leave if you want. I don't really mind even if we have like 20 or 30 people here. It means I get to know a couple of you guys more, and you guys get to know me a little bit better. Just because I'm like trying to build my channel and I'm trying to be professional doesn't mean that I don't want to get to know you guys. Yeah, I'd like to get to know my viewers more, and a lot of you guys are new, so it makes sense. So yeah, I'll end the stream here. Didn't Matt in a rainbow dog suit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off, and I'll be back up in a couple of minutes. Yeah, therapy session with your boy LowkeyLoki. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much for watching. This has been fucking awesome today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. A shout out to the over 200 people who are watching this stream. Wow. Be aware, I will continue to talk about Onision throughout the week. I believe that tomorrow I'm going to be most likely talking about Madame. I don't know if you guys know who Madame is. Madame is somebody who was going to sue Onision, but has subsequently not done that as of yet. So I believe I'm going to be talking about Madame tomorrow, and I might talk about somebody else as well. I think the Trisha Paytas stuff is really interesting, so I might do both tomorrow. If you guys would be interested in that, of course. The whole Trisha Paytas thing is huge, so I think it'll be worth covering. Although I say this, I was trying to watch the fucking video, Trisha Paytas' video the other day, or sorry, last night, the one about the drama, and it was legitimately trying to listen to like a chick from California, like a teenage girl from California talking to her friends. Like, talking really, really quickly, like, oh my god, so this, like, happened, and this happened as well, and this chick, she said this, but then she said this too, and then she also did this. Like, that's legitimately what it was like watching Trisha Paytas, and I was so close to ripping my fucking hair out, guys. It was not fucking good. But anyway, I'll start the next stream. I'll see you guys soon. Shout out to everybody who's here right now. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, just stay on my channel. The stream will pop up in a couple of minutes. We're definitely gonna talk today. It's gonna be sweet. And shout out to those of you who've also donated as well. Thank you very much for the money. I am going to put that in my bank account, and then I'm gonna destroy the wetlands. Peace out, guys. Bye.